Hi guys, welcome to ScentFolio. Thank you for tuning in. Today I want to just talk about and put my nose on Amber Oud by Alharamain, and that's it. The OG, no flanker, no version or no addition of anything, just the Amber Oud by Alharamain. About this guy, which is Alharamain Amber Oud, the OG. Nice, plain, simple, nothing else. Let's get out of the way. This is again a bronze, kind of like a mashed steel plate. Nice brushed metal here, details here on the cap, Alharamain right there, and then we've got this yellow crystal juice. Before we get into the weeds of this, now this Amber Oud line has driven enough, and it is still continuing to give us, shocks and surprises. Many more twists and turns for us to guess and find out. Now, it is fun though, but not all the time. So while I was doing my research on Alharamain and Amber Oud line, I saw this OG version of Alharamain Amber Oud, no version attached to it, no further label extension to the name, on Fragrance By and on Fragrantica as well. And I was curious to know that what is this scent all about, because this looks like an OG, looks like it's one of the initial lines that Alharamain decided to go with Amber Oud. Or maybe this one has actually Amber and Oud. You never know. I mean, that's how it's supposed to have as per the name, right? So as I got my nose on this guy, Amber Oud from Alharamain, and I was like, seriously? So you're gonna give me another shocker by giving me an Erba Pura fragrance by Xerjoff one more time? Seriously? Boy. Oh, as in why? Why would you do that? You know what? I think they did that. They did that twist, which I got finally after reviewing these lines. So I've been doing this for about 3 to 4 days. I reviewed all these 4 lines, which I'm going to talk about in this video, but just quickly to run that through. So, I gave them a different name. I tested it. I tested their dry downs for 12 hours, 14 hours. I've got 3, we're talking about 3 fragrances here in the line, because the second one coming up right now is the Amber Oud Gold Edition. Now this guy also is supposedly a flanker or a clone, not a flanker, but a clone or a dupe of Erba Pura by Xerjoff. Now this guy is obviously Gold Edition. We've reviewed this. There is my review on my channel. I'll link that as well down. Nothing to go against that review or have a different version now, but I would like to point out a few things that I have not pointed out on that time. Now, since we have a competitor in the house, or let's talk about Amber Oud. So again, this is a woody, citrusy, ambery, powdery, balsamic, musky fragrance. Again, keep that Erba Pura Xerjoff in mind, and also to get everything cleared up out of the way, I went ahead and actually bought the Xerjoff Erba Pura decant. Now this guy is, because obviously I had to do this neck to neck, because now we're talking about 2 versions of Erba Pura, trying to get the inspiration from Erba Pura with the twists as well. So unless I don't understand the main DNA, I won't be able to get to the twist, right? So I had to put my nose on the OG on the Xerjoff's version of Erba Pura. Now this, let's begin with this first. This fragrance, to me, you might agree or disagree. Let me know in the comments. To me, it was pungent. This fragrance is loud. It's harsh. Up in the opening, obviously, in the beginning for quite some time actually. Now, this is a great blend. Don't get me wrong. It has all the good notes. It is fruity. It is musky. It is citrusy. It is woody. It is animalic. It is balsamic. All that good stuff. And it has those fruity melons. When I say fruity, I don't mean by orange or mangoes here, but more of like a melons, kind of like a combination of melons, good amount of white musk, a bit floral as well that I can pick up on. Very nice take, perfectly unisex. I got this decant from a woman, and she was kind enough to help me out. And on the fragrance, I don't know, that forum on Facebook that we have in Canada, the Great Canadian Fragrance Exchange or Fun, something like that. No, this is good stuff, but again, a bit loud, a bit on your face, and a little on the stronger side. So let's admit that first. Alharamain Amber Oud is exactly 90 to 95% closer to the Xerjoff version of Erba Pura. Now this is also woody, musky, ambery, all that good stuff, fruity, melonish, balsamic, and musky. It is a good cologne. There's no doubt about this fact. We'll come to the gold version just in a bit. But this dry down is leaning towards Instant Crush of Mancera, which is here, and which I also tested on my strip here. So I got this Amber Oud, and then I got this IC, which is the Instant Crush. And I got an 100%, almost 95% similar dry down. It was mainly after like 4 hours of the life of this scent, this Amber Oud by Alharamain, it started leaning towards the Instant Crush. Kind of like acquiring and adopting all the Instant Crush notes, qualities, blend, and it went right into that direction up until the dry down. It had a good longevity. When I say good, 8 to 10 hours, I would say, 8 to 9 hours, I would say. But after like 6 hours, it was more like a skin scent. It was more like, up, not too loud anymore. It is loud, a bit smoother though. A bit smoother in the beginning as compared to the Xerjoff. There's no scent we're gonna talk about here. It's gonna be as harsh or as pungent as Erba Pura itself. But this one was, yes, it was smooth. Good opening. I would say yes. Good opening on the beginning. Just as compared to the Erba Pura. Nice notes coming out. The notes are so if you get into the notes, to be honest, it's like getting into the weeds. You will go crazy, and those notes will not make sense. Just consider this as a true 95% close copy of Erba Pura. If you need to look into the notes, go for the OG notes of Erba Pura by Xerjoff. Now this is more smooth, as I said, more dense, nice. It projects well. People around you in your close encounter will actually enjoy this scent, even as more as Erba Pura. This is a smooth version. There's no doubt about this, and I'm not differentiating this, but I'm just letting you know, in the mid-tone, it is more, after like 4 hours, it comes more closer to you. It's still working though. It's not as if it's going anywhere. It's just getting more closer and changing or evolving itself from the Erba Pura to Instant Crush. So let's put it that way. And it successfully does that. It beautifully does that. There is, there is no complaints. And up until that 6th, 7th, 8th hour, it is Instant Crush. So I guess that is the twist that I got off my nose while testing this for like, 1 day. I gave this a full wear and I sprayed on the strip. I left 7 o'clock in the evening or 6 o'clock in the evening because I knew, because once I come back, I gotta test the dry down. And then before leaving the house, I also sprayed this on me. So I tested my skin, came back, tested the dry down on the strip, and I did the same thing. I sprayed the Instant Crush before leaving, had 2 strips in place for the dry down for me to come back. I came back 4 a.m. in the morning. I tested them, they were same. Then I slept, woke up the next day, 11 or 12 in the morning, in the whatever it is, almost afternoon time, and it was still there. On the strips, it was still there. On my shirt, it was still there. So I guess longevity-wise, there is no issue. And that's what my take is on Amber Oud by Alharamain, the OG. Talking about this guy now. This is Amber Oud, the Gold Edition. Right. So this is also smooth up on top when it opens. And again, 95 to 95% cloning Erba Pura. This guy here, without any doubt. Again, more smooth version of Erba Pura, more muskier. The only difference up on top on the opening, if I compare these two guys here, Amber Oud and Amber Oud Gold, the Gold is more sweeter. It is more smoother, I would say, as to this, because obviously this again is a 1-step level down in harshness, because again, it is kind of like imitating Instant Crush at the same time, right? And Instant Crush is also a bit harsh and pungent. Again, it is loud, so this remains on the louder side. This is more smoother, more sweeter, more fruity, more melony, a bit candyish as well. Bit vanilla is high on this guy, whereas this guy, the Amber Oud from Alharamain, is a combo of Erba Pura from Xerjoff and Instant Crush from Mancera. Let's get that out of the way. Both are good in longevity. Both have their own. This again, a bit sweeter, more fruitier. This guy is not. It is loud, but a little smoother than the Erba Pura, and then leaning towards itself to Instant Crush by Mancera. Now, since we've got that out of the way, now let me introduce you Amber Oud Exclusif by non-Alharamain. So this is not a product of Alharamain. This is a clone of a clone. We all know this Exclusif line. Again, nice, beautiful box, like a dark wood box. This beautiful quality juice here with some brown stuff called Classic. This is Amber Oud Exclusif Classic. Guess what? This is also cloning Xerjoff's Erba Pura. And the reason why this strip then came in with the Classic And then again, this strip came in with again gold. And then this strip came in with again Amber Oud. And my testing kind of like repeated one more time. So that's why this week was a killer crazy. I'm actually hating the DNA of Erba Pura now because it's all over me, my room, my clothes. And people are in my house are like, what the hell is going on with this guy? We don't want to see this. Well, you know what? In the end of the video, this is going out to one of you guys. This is full. This is almost full because I mean, this is not what I was testing, right? So this is going out to one of you guys as a giveaway. And yeah, you'll know what to do and how to get this in the end of the video. Anyways, coming back to this Amber Oud Exclusif Classic. This is a beautiful bottle again. Like this is like brown, like coffee brown, coffee, you know, metal, mash metal plate. You know how they do it. Now, it is even more smoother than the gold, and obviously than the Amber Oud. This is one smoother version leveled down. This is two smoother version leveled down. So if like smoothest is here, Xerjoff is here, and then we've got Alharamain is here, and then gold is here, and then right at the level where the smoothest is just balanced out here in the middle, if that's the optimum point or the equilibrium point, this guy is maybe here or one step down in minus. So it is that smooth. This is my favorite. I'm not saying this because everyone here has their own quality. If you're not into that sweetness, you might not go for gold. Go for Amber Oud. If you're more into melony, you know, sweetness, fruitiness, go for the gold. So, I guess there's everything, like there's something for everyone. It's not about good, bad, or ugly. To me, I'm just putting my verdict out just for the sake of understanding and further clarity. This is even more smoother than these two guys. And it has all that good stuff. It has that muskiness. It has that fruitiness, that melon flavorness here, that vanilla, amber, all that good stuff. But again, very smooth opening, nothing harsh here, nothing pungent, nothing on your nose, and a bit less sweet than the gold. Let's put it that way, a bit less sweet than the gold. And then pops up the creaminess. Now that creaminess that comes after like 2 hours. Oh, by the way, this is a bit lemonish as well. It has good, I would say bergamot, and I would say lemon here in the notes, which I found out, it's not on Fragrantica. I think I found out from perfumeplusoutlet.com. Just came up randomly on Google. It has bergamot that I could pick up, and I think it's mixed up with when I talk about fruity notes, it's not just melons, it's also raspberry and lemon. So you've got bergamot, raspberry, and lemon, and that combo of that sparklingness, that it's here. It is here. The rest of the stuff is the same. The opening, Erba Pura, smoother version of Erba Pura. Fruit, when it comes to fruitiness, I think bergamot, lemon pops up with raspberry, doing something really magical and really cool here. Again, it's still in that family. I'm not taking that out. Erba Pura's family, but for sure, but just a bit twist. Let's talk about, I guess I am reaching to that twist point. It is getting that thing evolved, that twisting, and that creaminess is, I guess, I guess is the biggest twist that I can point on my nose on, and it is beautiful. That creaminess, that sparkly limeness, mixed with the fruity melons, even making this DNA of Erba Pura more sexier, more smoother, more cooler, more lighter, more playful, more youthful. This is what y'all need, as in boys and girls. This is a young, young version of Erba Pura. You cannot wear this and stand for like, an hour or two, because this is gonna this is gonna hit you hard. You gotta, you gotta be ready to take this on, be it anyone. But this guy is not just for the young ones, but for, it's perfectly unisex, boys and girls. You're gonna rock this. All ages, mature noses, mature audience, seniors, people above 25, below 25, every single one will rock this hard, easily, smoothly. It's just so fun loving fragrance. This again goes on. Now this goes on beyond 12-14 hours. Let's put it that way. Until next day, easily. This is a 24-hour fragrance. Let's put it in that 12 to 24 hour kind of like a category, if there is, or maybe I'm just making it up, so let it be. In that category place, we can easily place this guy. Beautiful. I got this strip here, classic. Tested to every single person in my house right off the bat when it, in the opening. And the next day with the dry down, I tested this strip again to everybody along with the gold, because I was comparing this with gold. The only comparison that I can think of is gold, because Amber Oud is a bit way too off, because obviously that's going into that instant crush domain in the dry down. This is not going in anyone's domain when it's coming to dry down. In fact, it's just getting more creamier and more vanilla and more ambery and more woody. This is not leaning towards baccarat. This is not leaning towards instant crush. I think it has its own take. More creamy version of woods here, more creamy. Dry down is again, as I said, cedar, spices, kayak wood, and musk, amber, vanilla, all that good stuff in the dry down. 12 to 24 hours fragrance, beautiful stuff here. If as in my job was to kind of like break things down and categorize this in a way that you make your own calls and decision whether you want to go for gold. This is a little more sweeter, less sweet. Smoothness, both are good. This is one level down. No creaminess in this guy. There is a bit of not bit, but beautiful lot. Like it starts at like 2 hours up until it's dry down 24 hours. The creaminess is there. This is not that creamy. This is more like fruity, melony, nice, musky. I mean, everything's good about this. There's nothing wrong or nothing bad about any one of them. This Amber Oud, again, good stuff. Better than, when I say better, I mean smoother than the Xerjoff Erba Pura, because this is not everyone's business. Just, just letting you guys know. I just handed this over from that lady yesterday, day before yesterday. I literally handed this, she just handed this over, and it was on my hands for like 3 hours until the time when I was driving. It was just sitting on the side seat, but my whole car was actually smelling Erba Pura. So it's not that I sprayed or tested on that time. So here's my analysis. Now you pick and choose. They are leaning in that family of that DNA, but yet doing their own thing. after some point, and having those characteristics a little different from the other. And yeah, making that scent work, that profile, either drawing down or ending notes are different, or leaning into the different category of, as I said, like Instant Crush by Karat, or just normal woods and, you know, just creaminess. So let me know what you think. I'm glad to come across this, at least by chance, and then get into it, and actually, you know, eventually all the effort, whatever it was, pays out to someone. It makes you know, or helps someone out there to take a decision. Make sure you guys subscribe, because, you know, that is the only way I can talk to you and my hard work can actually pay off. And yeah, and let me know what you think, or if you have put your nose on this guy on classic or gold, or you know, the OG, the original Amber Oud from Alharamain. So I've got 2 Alharamains and 1 Clone Erba Pura, which is a totally, I mean, personally my go-to. I won't be pulling this off again, I won't be pulling this one off against now, since I have this. Otherwise, gold was still rocking. Will I wear this tomorrow? 100%. Actually, I would love to. I would like to do, because during the testing time of that 24 hours, I was in a different space, different zone. I was loving the scent profile. It was so lighter. It was so smoother. It was bright, citrusy up until 2 to 3 hours, and then creamy. Everything was just so good about this, and yeah, this would be one of the go-tos, probably top 3 list, which I am now combining, because now, since I have what, like 8, 9 versions of Amber Oud and Amber Oud Exclusif. So I'm thinking about doing a top 5 or top 3, or kind of like rating all of them together. So however they are, or how many they are, and kind of like giving my analysis to you guys for a better buying decision. Like a kind of like a buying guide. Yeah. Actually, so, by the way, before I disappear from here, this guy is going out because I have no room. Literally, I have no room. And by the way, I'll be doing a lot more giveaway videos. Pretty much after every 2 weeks. How about that? Or how about every month? Let's do after every 2 weeks. Yeah, because I get paid after every 2 weeks. So I think I can afford that. But anyways, so this Xerjoff Erba Pura is going out. I would say while at the time of this video upload, let's keep it like a 1 week time. So after 1 week, I'll be announcing a winner. You know, I'll be spinning the wheel with the people who comment me your favorite Alharamain. Let's do this. I think this is gonna be fun. Your favorite Alharamain or Amber Oud Exclusif. Let's consider these two as you know, let's club it up as one house. What is your favorite version of this, and how are you finding these scents? Are you into emerald? Are you into classic? Are you into gold, or blue exclusive, or the tons, or tobacco? Let me know what your favorite is. What are you, or even if you don't have it, well, like what is, like, check out my reviews. As I said, like, there are tons that I've put my nose on it, and which one is more appealing to you, and which one you want to buy maybe in the future. Let me know what fragrance that is from the Amber Oud Alharamain line, Amber Oud Exclusif and Alharamain line. Let's club them together, and let me know which one you have or which one you want to have, so that I can kind of like gauge and know my people, my audience, like what they're into, what they're aiming for, and maybe like come up with some better videos and like make some good stuff. So you have a week from up until this day today. Comment me your favorite stuff, and I'll just post this Deacon out regardless, wherever you are. I don't care. But it's North American regions to Canada or US. It's easier for you to get to get the shipping quickly done. I can still send it off regardless wherever you are, but it's just that it's going to take time, which is fine. If you're not in a rush or something. All right, so let me, and I'll be doing again a lot of giveaway videos, and this is going out to one of you guys. Comment me your fave Amber Oud or Amber Oud exclusive scent profile, or a version, or a flanker, or an inspiration, or a clone, whatever you're gonna call it. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.